Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody's doing good out there today. Thanks for tuning back in. And today we're going to be doing I'm going to try to do another little series here talking about different colors of soft plastics and when they work the best as far as water clarities and different type of watercolor. And in today's topic, I'm going to talk about Junebug, which is, it's been around a long time, but I don't think it's like one of the more common colors. So I'm going to give you guys some sort of a foundation, some tips on when I like to throw it, and I think it might help you catch a few more fish. Real quick, just wanted to remind everybody again, November 6th, mark it down on your calendars. Johnny and I have our first ever bass camp here in Springfield, Missouri. It's going to be an 8-hour day with Johnny and myself. We're going to be covering everything that you can think about in fishing. Johnny's going to give you guys all the juice on electronics, offshore fishing. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of shallow water techniques and patterns. Springfield, Missouri at the Boat Workshop. If you guys never been to Springfield, we got the Wonders of Wildlife here. Got the Bass Fishing Hall of Fame, Bass Pro Shop National Headquarters, Table Rock Lake right down the road, and just a lot of good things here. So that's going to be November 6th, which is a Saturday down there. So hope to see you guys there. If you're interested in that, you can go check it out and sign up for it at fishthemoment.com. Sage, come here. Sage, come here. Sage, come on. Every night I do these tips late at night, and Sage has to go out to go potty, so she's always wanting to come back in about when I get started on the video. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about the Junebug soft plastic lures. Creature baits, plastic worms, that type of stuff. First of all, Junebug, like I said, it's one of the older colors that's been around a long time. I can remember when I first started fishing on the Bassmaster circuit back in the mid 80s, that Junebug was even around back then. So it's a color that's been around a long time. Basically, it's dark purple with some type of a green flake in it, as you can see it there. There's different variations in it depending upon the soft plastic. This is a Zoom Z-Craw Junior and a Zoom Speed Craw here as an example with that. So anyway, the times that I want to use this, there's a couple different situations, and it has to do with water visibility and water color. And those are two different aspects. Water visibility is sort of how far you can actually see down into the water, and water color is the tint that the water has, because depending upon where you're at in the country geographically, and depending upon the type of soil and nutrients and everything within the pH in the water, you've got different clarities in there. If you're in Florida, or down south, a lot of times, or in the swamp areas, you'll have a tannic look, which is more of a clear black look. If you're up north, for example, the water can be clear, but it can be sort of an aqua blue. And if you're in Oklahoma, mid part of the country, Texas, a lot of times it can be clearish, but it can have a green tint to it, sort of for some algae or some type of nutrients in the water. So the clarity can be the same, but the water color can be different. And this has a big deal to do, in my opinion, with the color of Junebug. A couple different situations where Junebug works good in. When I'm using a Junebug color like this, and whether I'm pitching or flipping it or casting it or whatever, I'm looking for that water visibility that is sort of in that probably 12-inch to maybe 2-foot zone, that range right there. That is when I get the most strikes on it. If I get a little bit dirtier than 12 inches, that's when I'm going to more of a solid black. I'll talk about blacks later on. And if it gets a little bit greater than 2 feet, that's when I'm going to the more natural hues like watermelons or green pumpkins. But there's that window there of like 1 to 2 feet visibility where the Junebug works really good in all different water colors, that is. I mean, it didn't matter if it's blue, green, or tannic, one of the two. It just works really good in that situation. There's something about it that the Junebug, it'll stand out a little bit, but yet it'll blend in a little bit. Now, as far as water color goes, by far, and this is not any secret, by far, Junebug works best in a clear water, tannic water situation. That's why Junebug is probably the most famous Florida color of any soft plastic there is. Green or Junebug in Florida is like green pumpkin anywhere else. Green pumpkin is the most famous, most popular color of soft plastics, with the exception of Florida, and it's Junebug, because there's something about that blackish clear tannic water that purple with that green flake really flashes and stands out just a little bit, but then again it blends in. One of the top colors that you can use in Florida by far with that. Some other factors that also will change this a little bit will be light penetration, time of the day, because you may have a situation where it's a little bit clearer than what you think would work for Junebug. Say, for example, if you get into that 3 to 4 foot visibility, but if you have like a real windy or a dark day where it's like heavy clouds, you know, rain, that type of stuff, the light penetration can act as a factor that will keep the Junebug working even though the water's clear. It all has to do with the visual that the fish get on that bait. And, you know, those factors like wind and sunlight angle, time of day, play a part in it. And that's why your Junebugs and your blacks are good at night. It's a good nighttime lure because they silhouette real good. So early in the morning, late in the day, even if you've got clear water, that can work. But it's pretty simple, guys. That's the basic rule of thumb I have it. You know, I go to Junebug if I've got water visibility 1 to 2 feet, or if I'm in tannic water, Junebug's my choice. And at times it makes all the difference. Just did a video yesterday down at Bull Shoals. I've been working on editing it, putting it together. It takes me forever because I don't know much about editing, but we got into that situation at Bull Shoals. Water visibility was like 1 to 2 feet, and the Junebug is what they wanted, that you'll see on that video. But I'm going to try to get it out probably tomorrow afternoon if possible. So anyway, hope that helps you guys catch a few more fish with your soft plastic. Doesn't matter if they're finesse worms, 10-inch worms, creature baits, whatever, tubes, all the same deal with that. Add them into your arsenal. There's definitely a time and place for them that will work above and beyond better than anything you can throw. So hope it helps you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Like the video, and we'll see y'all later.